Thank you. Thanks everybody.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
It's good?
Thanks to Andy and thanks to Chris for doing some improv with us. Thanks very much to Emily for opening up for us. And yeah, DIY.
And I'm stoked for continuous improvement.
What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? You keep
It's the
saying that.
second time that's happened. What a dick.
What do you mean? I thought you meant like me, like improving as a musician since the last time you saw me. I was like, what does that mean?
I want to fight you.
Okay, so. Oh, I gotta go.
Alright, cool.
Oh, I got one.
So there's a punk band from Albany called Shoppers, who I think are really good. And in their liner notes, they wrote this thing that says, "You cannot defeat the darkness, you can only be the light." And this poem is about that line, which I take issue with just on a purely aesthetical level. I think it's a fun line. You cannot defeat the darkness, you can only be the light. Fuck that. At the core of night, why would I ever want to be the light? And in this I mean literal dark, literal night, literal light. Why would I want that? Because I liked you the way that I like the dark. Like the dark, when I was with you, my body, it doesn't end at my fingertips. It oozes out into a space that I can't calculate the mass of, but that I know is massive. In these spaces, I am a giant. At night, brushing my teeth in the dark, lights off, hallway lights off, curtains closed, bathroom door closed. I stand, staring into a void, where I know about a foot in front of me there's a mirror, hanging levelly over a vanity, because we're a family who builds. And not only that, we're a family who builds well. I spent a lot of the last few years learning how to fix the things that are broken in your homes. But not nearly as long as I've spent trying to learn how to fix the things that are broken in my homes. And by this, I mean my body. Parts of my body that, for all intents and purposes, I wouldn't be able to see in even the brightest of lights, but that now, in the deepest of darks, I can see clearer than ever. This burrowing, this is the start of darkness, this is the start of the thing I love. The path from here I know quite well. I'll spit into the basin, turn the faucet. Water will rush up from the pipes. When I was younger, 3 or 4, sitting in the bathtub, I used to think about drowning, not in a maudlin way, but in a way where I would just close my eyes and become one with water. At night, I can do that in the dark without the fear, the panic that I saw in my mother's eyes the day I actually fell asleep in the tub. Now what? Now the darkness is the backseat of a car. Now, every potentially stubbed toe, every potentially misstep on the staircase, are gleaming headlights bobbing through the dark of your parents' neighborhood in California, bobbing through the dark like specters in the night, chasing us in the fog, fading in and out. And every carpet fiber that tickles my feet, every safely navigated hallway taking me deeper into the dark, is your touch sending currents, jolts of electricity waltzing through my body, is your breathy way of saying my name. After I make it through the hallway safely, I stumble onto my bed. This is beautiful, isn't it? Being able to reach out into something that is unknown but still safe. I can float out into this darkness forever until I reach land. That is, of course, if there is land. It doesn't necessarily matter if there is or isn't. The fact of the matter is, I don't want to be the light. I don't want to defeat the darkness. Because I like you the way that I like the darkness. And why would I pray to aim to end that? You can keep going on that. This is a poem about a true story. This is my entire 2nd grade year in memories. It's not really a poem. It looks like a giant block of text that I broke up for just this so that I could try and read it a little bit better. But I couldn't have memorized this. Not even if I tried. Which I didn't. To be totally fair. I'll start and then you'll get what it feels like and then you'll come in. Alright. This is called /. I was in 2nd grade when I was told to stare into the sun. My teacher told me how to do it. To take foil to a cardboard tube, to poke holes in the foil and carve a viewing box. I was so anxious, solar eclipse. That's how I imagined the dinosaurs died. Some blackening sky and suddenly flesh was bone. It was all so romantic, and it was on my mind a lot that year how dinosaurs died. I almost killed a praying mantis that year, our state insect. I wanted to cry because I thought that chickens and praying mantises were the last connections we had to the dinosaurs, and I loved dinosaurs. I would have gone to jail for killing that bug, my friend told me. He was wrong, but I didn't know that then, so the anxiety rung pure. It was that year that I learned not all mothers smelled like the mint leaves in the backyard. Some of my friends' mothers smelled like perfume, which made me feel like I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. I preferred the mint. I never enjoyed the guilt of theft then. That was later. You know, this was the year I learned that the best way to get kicked out of a birthday party is to punch your friend because he wanted to see your penis and you didn't want him to. I learned that being called Curly Sue was supposed to make me mad, but she was famous and I wasn't, so why would I be upset? She seemed rich. I wanted to be rich. I played second base in 2nd grade, and I love to tell people this. We won the championship for my junior minor league that year, and afterwards we all ate at McDonald's as a team, and I didn't care that the chickens I ate were dinosaurs' distant cousins. It was worse to kill the state insect, I thought. I preferred my minty mother to Nathan's perfuming mother, who didn't believe me when I said Nathan was being inappropriate. It was that year that I stared into the sun. I didn't do it right. Something went wrong because I hurt. Not just in my eyes, but everywhere. I thought I was about to die like the dinosaurs. It felt like the year before, when I had to stay in the hospital for weeks because I couldn't breathe anymore. And my class was all too scared when I got back. And my breathing assistant, so I had to go to the nurse's office every single day for the rest of the year to do that with my mother for a checkup. I cried. Every single time, I cried every day for the rest of 1st grade. The sun was in my skull. 2nd grade was the year I got glasses. I started to squint at the television set before moving closer and closer. I was just feet away by the end of the year. This is how my mother knew I was burned inside my eyes. In 2nd grade, I got crow's feet from squinting, and they said it was in my blood, but I knew the crows had wings, and they were marking me as having flown too close to the sun. I precarious, I was Icarus. The other day, I found a butterfly on the ground. It was dead, but nearly all intact. The ants had stolen its eyes. It was beautiful. It was how the dinosaurs died. It is why I will end up with more and more powerful pieces of glasses between me and the world, because they think it helps me see, but really they're my reminder to never stare into the sun, for the sun will stare back, and then like the dinosaurs and the monarch butterfly on the pavement, parts of me will start to vanish until I too am no longer. I pressed the butterfly in a book, filled with mint leaves and baseball cards, love letters from all the loves I've lost but carry with me. Remember to breathe, it says, and never stare at the sun despite what teachers tell you.